72 hours of the kill. The department says this is to increase response rates and to have more precise data. Hunters, they can go to either the website michigan.gov/DNR Harvest Report or download the DNR Hunt Fish app. They'll then need to enter their kill tag license number and their date of birth to make that report. The DNR, they estimate that this should only take about 3 to 5 minutes, but if hunters don't, they could be charged with a misdemeanor. Some hunters say they understand the need to report, but shared worries about making that 72-hour window.
I have zero cell service, zero computer service, and no internet on my property. They're going to make me leave my hunting camp every 3 days. I don't ever leave my hunting camp until I'm done.
And now some Michigan lawmakers are fighting the new rule with a new House bill blocking the requirement and prohibiting the Natural Resources Commission from requiring hunters to report the harvest of deer, except for deer damage shooting permits and disease control permits. That bill now advances to the state Senate for further consideration. For now, though, that new rule still in place. And conservation officers, they say they'll be emphasizing education this season more than enforcement. In studio, Rudolph Sinaida, Fox 17 News.
Thank you, Ruda. Well, in Lansing, Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist speaking with Fox 17 about the newly created Michigan Parents Council. And today, that council hosts its first roundtable. The council will gather local input from parents in various different communities around Michigan. That roundtable regional discussions will allow parents kind of share their thoughts about their children's education. Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist is a dad himself, and he says this council is just an opportunity for parents to be a little bit more involved in the education at the state level while the administration currently is creating budgets and policies.
And this Parents Council represents a first of its kind opportunity for parents to be engaged at the highest level, at the state level, with our administration as we contemplate budget decisions, policy priorities for education, recognizing that parents are the first and most important teachers in their children's lives.
Those roundtables will be happening over the next few weeks. 8:08 right now, still ahead this morning.
A surprisingly peaceful town hall meeting after months of controversy and heated debate. What parents were able to ask Forest Hill School Board candidates.
Millions in Puerto Rico still without power. It's after Hurricane Fiona. We're going to bring you today's update on recovery efforts there and where that storm is tracking to go.
Very happy birthday to Isaiah. 9th birthday today, Isaiah. Enjoy. And we've got Lily. Happy 11th birthday, pretty girl. Have a great day today. Happy 14th birthday to this cool teenager, Eric. Have a great day, Eric. 7th birthday for the sweet Antoinette, Disney lover. Have a great day. Happy 8th birthday to Brady, our soccer star. And we've got Robert, last but certainly not least. Happy 4th birthday, buddy. Have a great day, all of you. Welcome back. Well, it was a surprisingly peaceful discussion in a community that's seen a lot of heated debate and controversy in recent months.
A lot of different opinions on when it comes to face masks, critical race theory, diversity. We're talking about Forest Hill's public schools, and right now there's currently 4 openings on the school board. That's more than half the board. 10 people now vying for those 3 seats that serve a 6-year term. Those people are all on the November 8th ballot. Meanwhile, there are also 3 people in the running for a partial term that would serve until December of 2024. Wednesday night, dozens of community members coming out to listen to these candidates. Support FHPS is a parent-led volunteer organization. They hosted that meeting at Roselle Park Building in Ada. Parents community hearing from 12 of the 13 candidates. Doug Lee opting out of not being recorded. The school board hopefuls discussed a number of different topics, including how they feel their students are now prepared for college, budgets, as well as LGBTQ plus topics.
The first question is, should LGBTQ students or educators be able to identify as such at school?
Yes.
Can't answer that one. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not going to answer that one. Yes.
Security guards and deputies were on hand as a precaution. And as a reminder, Election Day is November 8th. This is one of dozens of school boards on the ballot.
Most of Puerto Rico still without power this morning after Hurricane Fiona tore through the island. Take a look at these satellite images. Stunning there this morning. Bridges completely washed away. Water just flooded that area after that storm on Sunday. According to Puerto Rico's emergency portal system, more than 1 million customers still don't have power. That was as of Wednesday night. More than 30% of the island still doesn't have running water. So we go now to Chief Meteorologist Kevin Craig. Kevin, this is a major storm still moving.
It is indeed Category 4, major hurricane, and not to throw a monkey wrench in things, this is at least out to sea right now, and it's not going to make landfall here. It'll be just to the west, kind of indirect landfall there in Bermuda. But there's another one that's already showing up in the forecast models for next week that could be impacting areas along the Gulf Coast, anywhere from northwest Florida all the way over to New Orleans. So that would be next week. So that's the next one that we're going to be watching. But this thing is about 700 miles across. There's the eye that you see there. And as we look at the track of this, Category 4, 130 mile per hour winds, gust up to 160. And there is the island of Bermuda. So it won't make a direct hit, but it will be just to the west of there. And they're still going to feel some major impacts there. And of course, the entire east coast of the United States seeing erosional surf and rip current risk out there. But as this thing moves to the west, as a Category 3 of Bermuda, it's expected to be packing 125 mile per hour winds, moving at a pretty good clip. It'll go up into the northern Atlantic and then into the Canadian Maritimes as we get into later Saturday and Sunday morning. There's nothing on our local radar now until we pull back to a little bit wider perspective. These are lake effect generated rain showers. You might be wondering what that means. We haven't heard that term in a while. Other than the last few days here. But we've got colder air aloft coming over the relatively warmer waters around 70 degrees at Lake Michigan. And that's enough of a temperature difference there to give us lake effect cloud cover and lake effect rain showers. If it were colder here at the surface, these would be lake effect snow showers. And we know in the wintertime here in West Michigan, some of these areas in the lake effect belts could see 15, 18, 22 inches, 24 inches of snow. But these are just some light lake effect spotty rain showers that we'll continue to see throughout the day, especially for areas along and west of US 131. Current temperatures 49 degrees right now in Big Rapids, 52 in Fremont. We have 51 in Grand Rapids, Ionia, and Granville. Hudsonville is 52. Hastings is 53. Battle Creek and Kalamazoo 53 degrees, and we're as warm as 58 in Constantine and Niles. As we look at the wind speeds, they're going to be strongest out over Lake Michigan because there's no friction out there to stop it. And we'll see wind speeds out there probably about 20 to 30 miles per hour. Inland, there'll be about 10 to 20 miles per hour coming out of the north and northwest. That should keep most of the rain shower activity confined a little bit closer to the lakeshore. Some of those showers or sprinkles could trickle inland, but I think the better concentration of them will be west of US 131. So today, partly sunny to at times mostly cloudy, breezy, cold, spotty shower possible. Could even be a rumble of thunder in there as well. Highs in the 50s most of the day, but I think eventually with enough sunshine inland, we should squeak up to about 60, 61 degrees. There's the secondary cold front going through, and you'll see these spotty green blips on the map. Those are the rain showers here as we go on through the day with that north-northwesterly wind. We'll clear out tonight with high pressure building in, and with the clear skies and the lighter winds, that will allow our temperatures to drop into the upper 30s to around the 40-degree mark tomorrow morning at this time. Areas north and east of Grand Rapids in the traditional outlying colder locations may actually see some patchy areas of frost out there. We start Friday with some sunshine, but the clouds stick it up throughout the second part of the day. And then as we get into Saturday, here comes our next weather system, which may start to fling a few showers in here through the day on Saturday. And it will still be impacting our weather as we get into Sunday. A few more rain showers are likely at that time. 61 degrees today. Of course, fall officially arrives at 9:03 tonight. So technically, I guess you could say we're still in summer until 9:03 when fall officially arrives, but you get the idea. Today's a transitionary day for us. We're 63 there for our forecast for tomorrow with some sunshine, 67 on Saturday, and you can see Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, at least a chance of some rain showers, and those temperatures running about 10 degrees below the average high for this time of the year, which is 72. That's our weather. We check traffic now at 8:18. Here's Rob.
And Fox 17 traffic, the big trouble on northbound 131 has now been moved out of the lanes. These two vehicles with the state trooper. As soon as the state trooper arrived, they moved over. And so now we've got everything loosened up at the scene of this minor crash. But it's a pretty major backup with everybody slowing down at 44th Street and everybody up here at Burton Street starting to pick up the pace. But look, we've got 12 miles per hour in this entire stretch. So it's going to take a while for this one to dissipate and get people back on time. Westbound 96 approaching the M6 interchange. Now it says 30 miles per hour, but that applies to this area here. It still slows down drastically at about under 10 miles per hour for a period getting into the construction zone. That construction zone on westbound 196 from Hudsonville now is a little bit slower getting through it, a lot slower actually, but the eastbound side is speeding up a lot. So it really depends on the number of vehicles and how they behave within the lane closure. Eastbound 94 approaching the I-69 lane closure. Eastbound is now at 9 miles per hour from Michigan Avenue. Now, Rob to be Fox 17 traffic.
8:19, Rob. Thanks very much.
A massive flea market headed to Hudsonville this weekend. We have a guest coming in studio to share more details on this.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, this weekend at the Hudsonville Fairgrounds, one of the state's largest flea markets is setting up shop, and they set up shop in studio right now.
Yeah, this is amazing. We're like peeking out from because I have all this amazing stuff. Beautiful mums, by the way.
Thank
This
you.
is great. Thanks for bringing all this in. So tell us a little bit about this because we're so excited for so many people are going to be coming out to this weekend.
Yeah, we're super excited too. We are the Farmgirl Flea Market in Hudsonville. We do a large flea market with about 200 vendors at the Hudsonville Fairgrounds. And you're going to find everything from, picked items like, architectural salvage, vintage, antiques, and everything to handmade artisan items as well as food trucks. We're going to have live bands.
Fun.
And there's something for everyone. It's really just a great community event. And we welcome everyone to come out and join us.
That's huge too, by the way.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And are some of these vendors local to West Michigan?
Majority are local to West Michigan. A lot have been with us since the 6 years we've done this market. We get a lot of returning vendors. We get some new vendors. So yeah, a lot of them are very much local to Michigan.
Very cool. And this might sound like a dumb question, but is it all fall themed? Is that what people can gear up towards?
Well, fall is, obviously going to be what we're looking at since it is the first weekend of fall.
Sure. Yeah.
However, you will find people that will come with, some Christmas maybe as well, because that's what they do. Also like, jewelry and gift type of items that you can find as well. So it's not just all fall.
Okay. And it's the best part about it is I think this is a perfect way to kind of get people excited for this season because they're going to see this stuff. They're going to be like, oh, it's time to decorate the whole house and get going here.
Absolutely. And that's the part of it. They're going to come and they're going to get anything for fall, really, that they want to find. They're going to be able to start their fall decorating, whether it's outside or inside. Lots of home decor, lots of furniture pieces, lots of repurposed items. I mean, this is one of our vendors repurposes old items into lights.
That is so cool.
So you can find like so many unique things, and there really is something for everyone, we'd like to say. It's not just a ladies market, men join as well, but it is a fun girls' time out. For sure.
It's so interesting. So we just took our shot here. So this is what she was talking about, the repurposed item that it's an old phone turned into a light, really neat.
So
beautiful blankets and clothing and just really great stuff.
Like a one-stop shop.
It is.
Everything.
You pretty much can find something, for everyone. There'll be a lot of fall clothing, fall boutiques there as well with the latest trends, and it's just a fun day out. Come in and, join us there.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Now we're going to have all that information on when it is, where you can find it on our website.
Yeah,
right there.
here it is.
There it is. Don't forget, Friday, Saturday, this weekend. So much fun, only $15. So lots of good stuff.
And Saturday's only $5.
Woo-hoo.
So Fridays, early buyer night, first pick.
I love that.
Yeah.
$5, you can't beat it. I
Can't
love
beat
this.
it. To come and have a whole day out,
Yeah.
eat some great food at our food trucks, and enjoy the live music, and shop all the wonderful local vendors and support their small businesses.
We are sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate it.